The Battle of Waterloo was what many historians call Napoleon's last gamble. Or was it? You see, Napoleon had been exiled to the island of Elba on February 26, 1815. About a month later, he escaped, and within a few hours had raised an army of 140,000 French troops to fight against what would be the 7th Coalition, consisting of Belgian forces, Austrian forces, and Denmark, Germany, the area around there, and the Duke of Wellington and Marshal Blucher of Prussia. All of these forces combined to try to cut off Napoleon at his weakest point. His weakest point was when his troops were moving, because it was a very large group and he had trouble keeping them under control completely. Napoleon, on the other hand, thought that if he attacked either Marshal Blucher at Belgium or the Duke of Wellington near Belgium, he would cut off one of the armies and cut them down to such a stub that they would be irrelevant, and the other army would have to fight Napoleon's 140,000, and the other army only had 70,000, I might add. Now, the battle got very interesting when Napoleon pushed back Blucher's troops, his Prussian troops. He pushed them back to Wavre, and the Duke of Wellington was stopped at Quatre Bras from what would be aiding Blucher, and he was stopped by Marshal Ney, Napoleon's great general who made a blunder later in the war, as you will see, that cost Napoleon ultimately his life. The Prussian defeat at Ligny made the Quatre Bras position virtually unattainable, and on June 17th, the Duke of Wellington was forced back to Waterloo. He in turn took the high position at Mount St. John and waited for Napoleon to attack. Napoleon did attack, sending as many men as hard as he could and all his cavalry forces to try to ram through the Duke of Wellington's forces. Marshal Blucher of Prussia had warned the Duke of Wellington that he would be attacking Napoleon with as many men as soon as possible. Obviously, the Duke of Wellington was very happy to hear this news, and he dug into his fortifications and refused to budge an inch. The key part of the battle was when the Prussian army attacked Napoleon's right flank as he was trying to ram through the Duke of Wellington's forces. They weakened him so much that Napoleon had one last attempt, and it was to send the undefeated Old Guard to try to ram through the line one more time. The Duke of Wellington held, raised his hat, and the rest is history. Napoleon's army was easily vanquished. Napoleon was then exiled to the island of Helena, which is off the coast of Italy. He stayed there for about 8 years, after which he died. His remains are now in the Musée d'Armée in France. And special thanks to my cameraman who filmed while on rollerblades.